I leased land from the federal government so I could mine for gold right here in Northern California, and you can too. Did you know that you can legally lease land in the United States for just a couple $100s a year? An individual can own up to 20 acres per claim per person. Let's break that down. There are two types of mining claims. There is placer and lode. I show it with my hands like this because down below me we have the creeks. Creeks, rivers, washes are going to be placer claims. On the hillsides, going underground, or a pit mine searching for an underground vein, that's going to be a lode mine, L-O-D-E, not the other kind. But there's two big differences. Placer claims, you can have up to 160 acres per claim. That's going to mean with 20 acres per person, you're going to have 8 people on that claim. Whereas a lode claim, you can only have 20 acres at a time. So a lode claim really should only be tied to one person. Let's talk about 5 things that nobody talks about with mining claims. First on the list, one of the most important, a mining claim, you don't actually own the land. You own everything under the surface. With a mining claim, nobody else can use anything under the surface. You have full access to all the dirt, the gold, silver, whatever's underground that you're chasing. But there has to be mineral value there. Now where this gets tricky is, since a mining claim is on public land and you only own everything under the surface, while I could have a sign up on a tree, on a post that says private mining claim, that really only means everything underground. A hunter can walk through my land, a deer could be shot on my land, but they're only on the surface. Now, if someone was to come in swinging a metal detector, that's a different story. That's not legal. That's going to be on me to enforce. Now, at this point, you're probably wondering, why the heck does this guy have a chainsaw? Well, that's because our next topic is road maintenance. Road maintenance should fall on the Land Management Agency, which is going to be the Forest Service. But that doesn't always happen. I find that most of the time, the Forest Service is lacking in that department, and I end up having to do most of the road maintenance myself. Up here in Northern California, that means a lot of trees. Every single year, I'm out here cutting up these trees, clearing out these roads. But there's one tricky part. Out in Northern California, a lot of these lands around us are owned by logging companies. And when that's the case, you sometimes get pretty lucky. The logging companies will do a lot of maintenance on the roads nearby. So, for example, a couple canyons over from here, Sierra Pacific owns a good bit of land. And with them owning that land and actively logging it, they're doing a lot of maintenance. So my buddies can get down those roads with ease. Whereas here, I'm in a different boat. I'm actually pretty envious of those Sierra Pacific maintained roads. I'll give you a good example. In the Los Padres National Forest Santa Lucia district, I've seen some roads that got destroyed by floods a couple of years ago. And Forest Service either hired out a private contractor or had one of their guys come in and maintain it, grade it out. And those roads actually ended up looking way worse than anything I've ever seen. They cut those roads lower than the creeks next to them. So any creek would hop in and destroy that road. Up here in Northern California, I am unbelievably shocked. With that particular instance, I did reach out to the Forest Service and I let them know that the roads were getting destroyed. I did so politely, and I also asked them who was the contractor that came in and did that. And I requested that that contractor not be hired out to maintain those roads again. Well, the district ranger really did not want to share that information. He seemed to steer right around all of that, but hopefully, just hopefully, they'll get someone else the next time. I'll tell you a couple more things after we get through this section. Now, bouncing off that last point of driving through a logging company's land, that's also where things get tricky. If that logging company owns everything there and there's no public easement through it, they can lock the gate, keep you fully out of that area. And that is what's called landlocked public land. It's a real shame when that happens, but it's also going to keep that land a lot cleaner, a lot nicer, whereas a road like this, even though it's hard to get down, I still do see a bit of trash from people coming out here. But with landlocked land like that, you don't really have many options. You can hike around the property through the public land or figure out a way to get through there. You can ask the logging company or private property owner for permission to get through there. But with a company like that, it's not too likely. they're gonna try to steer clear of that liability and keep you out of there if they can. Let's hop in the truck and see where we can get. I did end up clearing about probably the next quarter mile. Hopefully we can get farther than that. Well, we were on a good run, but some would also say that about point number 4. Point number 4 is mining claims. Taxes on mining claims. Yes, it's a thing. With mining claims being counted as real property, they do have taxes as well. So don't think just because you have a mining claim where you don't actually own a house, you don't own property, you kind of do. After Senate Bill 2 was passed, your yearly taxes have went way up on mining claims, but some counties are cool about it. Some counties recognize this and see that it shouldn't be applied to mining claims, and they'll let you be exempt from Senate Bill 2. Whereas others are fully enforcing it to the point of your claim is invalid if you do not pay that yearly fee. Mining claims can be counted as real property, but when they're counted as real property, that brings you into the predicament of those kind of things like Senate Bill 2. And here's our next roadblock. Oh boy. So ideally, if you're staking your own mining claim, you find a county that does not enforce those real property taxes like Senate Bill 2. But it gets tricky since every mining claim really is real property. But it is possible that you find a mining claim out there that makes you so much in gold that you're able to pay those taxes and not bother, just not worry about them at all. Or if you just want to be out there for the enjoyment and that extra fee per year doesn't really matter for you, well then, you're set. Even though my mining claim is considered real property, that doesn't mean I can build a house. On a mining claim, since you only own everything under the surface, you can't go out here, build a house, a shed, a barn, whatever you want, but there are some go-arounds. Say I'm wanting to go for a bigger mining operation, something more than hands and pans or a sluice box. I want to bring in an excavator. I can get a plan of operations, a POO. And with a plan of operations, the Forest Service will allow you, if they accept it, to bring in that piece of equipment and work on your mining claim. But you can also do a plan of operations for things a little different. Say I wanted a temporary structure out here, like a little mobile office on wheels, something that would help me through my mining season. I may be able to get that approved by the Forest Service. And if I do, I can put a bond on that plan of operations, which is going to mean something like $10,000, $20,000 that I will give the Forest Service, basically saying, if I don't remove my mobile office from my claim, that they have money so they can hire someone to bring that mobile trailer out of the woods so it doesn't just get abandoned on my mining claim when I up and leave. But if I haul that out when I'm done mining and I ask them for that bond back, chances are if I restored the land to how it was or better, I'm going to get that bond back. So those are 5 things I wish I knew before staking my own mining claim. What's something that you would like to know before staking your own mining claim? Let me know in the comments.